What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl Tamika E coming in with another video. Today I'm not gonna be doing a zodiac video. I'm going to be doing pretty much like a story time, or like just share my testimony, about the things that I've been through. So y'all know I've been battling with, should I tell this story? Should I tell this story or not? And I don't know, like today I was just so compelled to tell my testimony and to tell my story on how my baby daddies, certain people in my family, and just being in Chicago and dealing with DCFS tried to destroy me. Like they really tried to take me out, and it is just so sad. It's like, what can I say? When you a black woman, and you on your shit, and you doing good in life, and everything like that, your kids doing good, and you moving up in life, and you doing things that other people can't do, your own people will turn on you and start hating on you. I'm talking about the same people that lay down in the bed with you will turn on you, all because of money. And that's kind of like how my story, my testimony, my story, whatever you want to call it, that's pretty much how everything like panned out. Like ever since I was a little girl, I just been like this boss female. Starting out like in grammar school and stuff like that, if I'm gonna take it way back and keep it 100, I wasn't really, like a nerd or nothing like that. I got mediocre grades and stuff like that. When I got into like high school, my mom, she thought I wasn't gonna graduate from high school because, at the time I was living with my dad, and I was living my best life, and she thought I wasn't gonna graduate from high school. So I don't know why she figured that, but I did, graduate from high school. And I can honestly say that I was like my mother's first child to ever go to college, and to really become something with myself. And by me doing that, it stirred up a lot of animosity between me, and like sibling rivalry and stuff like that. It stirred up a lot of animosity with me and my sibling. One in particular, real bad. Like it was just so bad because my light was shining so bright. So yeah, I graduated from college, and I became a nurse. And a lot of you all know I'm a nurse, and I share my story. Sometimes I go live, I be at work, or I do a video, I be at work or whatever. But I became a nurse, but I didn't just stop there. It was something in me that wanted to, progress and become more. So it was something more. Like my daddy said, somebody is always watching you. But I always wanted to become more, so I became a real estate broker. And just like with the fuck, Lord Jesus Christ, so just like when you're pursuing your goals and you're pursuing your dreams, it's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that you got to put into it if you want it bad enough. And a lot of people just, I don't know. When I was in nursing school, y'all, I became homeless. Only for like a couple of weeks I was homeless, but still, like, coming from where I was, and being the spoiled little daddy's girl, I became homeless because I dropped everything for nursing. It was nursing or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So when you are pursuing a goal, and when you're pursuing your dreams, the bigger the dream, the harder the obstacle. Just say that. The bigger the dream, the harder the obstacle. So yeah, I had became homeless once upon a time when I was in nursing school. And then graduated, became a nurse. I've been a nurse for almost 10 years now. So I wanted to switch it up and do something different. And I did. I started studying real estate. And again, it was blood, sweat, and tears. I was up all night learning, contracts and how to sell a house and learning about land and learning different laws and stuff like that. So I put in blood, sweat, and tears to become a real estate broker. And I had so many people jealous of my success. Like, I'm just, I don't know what, me personally, I really don't, I say to myself or whatever, I really don't get into other people's lives or what they doing or what career choices they choosing. But I had these baby daddies, and they was so envious of me. Like, one of my baby daddies, he, our relationship was, rocky after I had my son, my middle son. And yeah, he was on child support or whatever. And that really brought out a demon in him. It created a monster in him. And then with my other child's father, he was also on child support. And at the time, it was like, I don't know, like, I saw another side of these men. Like, these men turned like evil if they had to support their children. So they would stop at nothing to, destroy me. And y'all might say, oh, it's just child support, it ain't that serious. No, it was like that serious. So moving forward, once I graduated and I got my real estate broker license, I guess they thought, oh, this bitch must be stopped by any means. And it's sad when you got children involved. When you got children involved, and they don't care about their child's mother. They don't care, how they wanted to take me out, how they attempted to take me out. You know what I'm saying? They was just so mad about the money and the lifestyle that I created for me and my children. So moving forward, I end up having another baby. And before that, this how I knew, like, all the animosity, all the hatred that they had, my child's fathers and them, all the hatred they had in their heart for me, it was all fake and phony. It was really all about money, because when I had my baby, they wanted to know who's the man, what? My light just turned off. Man. So, they wanted to know who I was pregnant by. And both of my child's fathers, they still, tried to come on to me. They was still, wanting to sleep with me and all type of stuff. So they couldn't really be that mad, But yeah, I wasn't really entertaining neither one of them, because, I've been fell out of love with them or whatever like that. So moving forward, not only is it's really hard for a strong black woman advancing in life, because I had this doctor, like, she was an Asian, and she turns out she was racist as hell to me. She knew I was a nurse. She knew, I wasn't working at the time. And this doctor works at Stroger Hospital. And her name was Hannah Lowe. So she worked at Stroger Hospital, and she also worked at the Austin Health Clinic. And at first glance, I didn't know she was racist, but I could just tell, like, every time that I came up there, after I had my newborn baby, every time I came up there, I was vibrant. I was looking good. I wasn't working. I was just sitting home getting money. And I don't know why my light keep going out. I was just, sitting at home getting money, enjoying my life and enjoying my kids. And, she kept trying to convince me to get the COVID vaccine. So if anybody know me, they know, like, I'm very strong-headed. Like, if I don't want to get the vaccine, I'm not going to get the vaccine. I don't care who doctor you is. And this Dr. Hannah Lowe, she was like, who's going to take care of your kids if something happens to you? And, that's when I started noticing, like, this lady is fraud as hell. Like, why would you tell your patient, if you don't get the COVID vaccine, something bad can happen to you, and who's going to take care of your kids? And then she also told me, what I said was, how I rebutted that, I was like, they got dads, they'll be okay. I'm not getting the COVID vaccine. I said I never caught COVID, blasey, blasey, blasey. I wasn't really trying to get the COVID vaccine until, I felt like I wanted to get the COVID vaccine. So she told me, I see a lot of people your age on ventilators. So again, I'm thinking in my head, like, bitch, just because you up in here slaving and limping all the fuck around, and I'm at home chilling, you had to get the COVID vaccine, and now you just trying to pressure me to get this fucking COVID vaccine, which I ain't getting. So that's how that went. Another thing this doctor did to me was, I was getting unemployment, because I was off work or whatever. So I was getting unemployment at the time because I had put in for my FMLA at my job, and I don't know, they didn't approve it, so I was getting, unemployment or whatever. And she, that's my downfall. I must have told her, like, I actually gave her this man name that called me from the unemployment because my job was kind of like, they was fighting me over this damn money. And I've been with the company for 3 years. So I was trying to do things the right way and take my FMLA leave, but they denied me my FMLA leave. So I had got unemployment, and it was approved. So this doctor was just like, damn, this bitch just had a beautiful baby. Y'all, my baby came out looking white. Like, he came out so, beautiful. And man, like, this doctor Hannah Lowe that works at Stroger Hospital, this racist fucking doctor, she wanted my baby. In a minute, I'm just gonna leave this light off. She wanted my baby, y'all. So I already told her, like, I'm not getting the COVID vaccine. I'm not getting none of that. You know what I'm saying? And whatever. So this guy, he gave me a phone call because, like I said, my job was fighting my unemployment or whatever, because they was paying me like close to $2,000 every 2 weeks because I've been with the company for like 3 years. So, they don't want to give a black person nothing anyway. So yeah, I end up telling her, I'm into real estate now. And she's like, oh, what about nursing? And I'm like, well, I'm into real estate. And she was like, oh, well, did you pass your boards? I'm like, no, but I'm working on it. And like, her aura like changed, like, ugh, bitch, like, who do you think you are? Like, what it... So I still could, I was peeping little shit she was saying and doing, but I really didn't know she was a full-blown racist until every time I brought my baby, you know, up there, you know, for his like well-being checkup, you know, get his little shots or whatever, my baby always gained weight. Like, I'm a whole nurse. Like, he always gained weight. And I don't have big kids anyway. I'm little. Like, I'm little. I'm small. Like, I don't have big boned kids anyway. So she was always asking me like what are you feeding him? And so, you know, I told her, you know, I already have 2 older kids. Like, come on now, this is not my first baby. And she always like tried to discredit me. Like, if I tell her, you know, oh, he's, you know, he's on the bottle and I'm also breastfeeding. And, you know, I put a little cereal, like the baby said, you shouldn't be doing that. He's not ready for that. And, like, you know, all type of, like, weird things she was saying to me. So she had made a comment like, do you need WIC? You sure you don't need WIC? And I'm thinking to myself, like, some mothers do, you know, need WIC. And I don't know if y'all familiar with WIC. It's like services from the state where you have to go get the, you know, government cheese and all that and milk and all that stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't need no WIC. Not that I never received WIC before, but y'all, I was in such a great financial state. In a minute, I'm just gonna leave this light off. I was in such a good financial state. I had just sold a home. I sold my first home and everything. And I had bands. Like, I didn't need no WIC. So, you know, she called this other doctor in and she said, I just want to show you how beautiful this baby is. And when this other doctor, her name was Dr. June Raj Mahal or something. She was an Indian doctor. She looked like she was from India or whatever. I don't know. She could have been Asian descent, Indian. I don't know, but she was kind of like, Dr. Hannah Lowe was a pale Asian, and she was like an Indian, like she was from India. That's what she looked like. And when she laid eyes on my baby, it was like, this is the exact words she said. She said, "Oh my God, he is so beautiful. I love his straight hair." And that comment she made was very unsettling to me. Like, she was infatuated with my baby. You know, so she started telling me, oh, you can put a helmet on his head and you can, you know, to shape his head. And y'all, my baby's head was perfectly fine. Like, he didn't have no big head. And so, you know, I declined. And what I learned in life is that, my daddy always told me, people hate like a smart Negro. They hate a smart black Negro. And yeah, so I'm like, oh, he don't need no helmet on your head. So they like, you know, they want to run my baby. Like, they infatuated with my baby. And I'm like, oh, I'm good on the helmets. He don't need that. So I kind of got like the vibe of, who does this bitch think she is? Like, so she whips out her phone and she says, Dr. Raj Mahal. She rips out her phone and say, look, let me show you my baby. this was so eerie because you a whole Indian. You're not African American. And when she ripped out her phone and showed me a picture of her baby, which is a conflict of interest, this was a black baby. So I was like, this can't possibly be your baby. This is an African American baby. And her baby, whatever baby she stole, looked kind of similar to my baby. So y'all, yeah, I might have to cut this video short because it might be a part 2 to this. But yeah, I just want to let you ladies know to be careful, because racism is still real. And it's a thing called medical kidnapping. And these people will try to destroy your life and take your baby from you. And that's kind of like how my story, you know, kind of where I'm going with this. But I always been a fighter. And you know, my kids know this. They know mama coming and mama ain't for none. But yeah, this was just like part 1 when this Dr. Hannah Lowe, she also did another thing, Dr. Hannah Lowe. She gave me some Chantix. And I don't know if y'all familiar with Chantix, but all I know is this racist doctor, Dr. Hannah Lowe, she gave me some recall medication. And I don't know, like, I don't know. She was just racist. I can't even say it. She was just racist. And, yeah, she did a lot of bogus things to me. She gave me some Chantix. And it was some recall black box medication. And that really fucked me up, because after I took the medication, I had an email got sent to me saying, have you taken this medication? And, you know, and do you have these type of side effects? And, you know, this is recall medication. And I just felt like this doctor was trying to take me out. But y'all, I'm going to do a part 2. This is just my story time of this weird-ass doctor, Dr. Hannah Lowe. Please do not take your kids to Stroger Hospital or Austin Health Clinic. That's located on Chicago Avenue in Cicero in Chicago, because these doctors are racist. And, yeah, they will try to traffic your children. So, it's your girl, Tamika E, and I'm out.